What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss J, and we are doing a live session of dropping gems today with my good brother Dirt. He has a business called Growing with Dirt, and we will be talking about mindset and all type of great things today. So as soon as he get in, uh, we're gonna get started. But of course, this is dropping gems, and I work with children, teachers, parents, and small business owners in all aspects of early childhood education and child development, focusing on these key gems: parent education, teacher training, small business development, and of course, raising the standards and values within our communities that are inhibiting us from pouring into our children the correct way. We have to rebuild these villages, and I do it one family at a time, people. So, yes, that is what we are doing today. So, I am waiting on my good brother Dirt. There he is. Let me get him in here, and we started. Yes. I'm excited. You guys. Y'all, Dirt is one of the most coolest people that I've met. What's up? And you know what I just thought about? Because I'm out of town, so I had to take care of some business out of town. And I'm like, dang, I'm looking through my suitcase. I'm like, what am I growing with Dirt shirt? What am I growing with Dirt shirt? I ain't even got it with me. I'm so mad. But it's all good. It's all good. You know I got it, though. What's up, Dirt?
Hey, peace and blessings, blessings and love, everybody, blessings and love. You know I gotta hit y'all with it. Blessings and
Hit
love,
us with it.
please, blessings and love. Praying that this message is reaching you in the best of health while I'm sending you my blessings and love because somebody woke up dead today and most definitely was not you. It was not you. Let go,
Yes. Yes,
let go.
yes. So this is Dirt. Can you hear me and see me good?
Yes, ma'am. Is
All
it
right.
the
All
same?
right,
Y'all,
good.
y'all see the y'all see me? Excuse me, y'all. It's raining and all type of stuff. So we got a snuggle day at the house. Everybody in the house all just snuggled up in a blanket, warm, watching TV. So I snuck out to the car to get some peace and quiet to give y'all my undivided attention.
Yes, we love it. I love rainy days. The snuggle days. Those are the best days. That's for sure. But so tell us about yourself, y'all. This is Dirt. I met him taking classes with the ABS tribe. He's a really cool brother, very inspirational, speaks life over you. Like if you ever need a word of encouragement, he got those words. Uh-oh, you breaking up. Don't break up. No. Internet, come back. Can you hear me? Can everybody else out there hear me? Just put a yes in the comment if you can. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Cause Dirt, we lost you. Oh, and he's out. He's gonna come back in, y'all. He's gonna come back in. He said it's raining where he's at, so y'all know how the internet is. One, one. Energy claim team. What's up? Did I say it right this time? Did I say it right? I hope I did. Wagwan. Yes. Ooh, I'm learning. I'm learning. Yes. Yes. Wagwan, everybody. That's what's up in Jamaican.
And
Everybody
we're
knows my We're back. What's up? What's
my
up?
bad, y'all. My bad.
It's
I
all
was
good.
trying to I was trying to adjust my thing, and I think I ain't used to, I ain't it's Instagram make all these changes, y'all. I hit one button and it kicked me out, y'all. They must know I'm about to tell y'all something that they don't want y'all to hear.
Well, let's get into it real quick. Tell everybody about yourself and what you do.
My name is Antoine Dion Johnson. I am Antoine Dr. Dream Saver Johnson. I am a video editor for ABS, Assets Before Explosion. I do a lot of the micro content, a lot of the chopping up of the videos for Dr. Brother Ben X and brother Dr. Jake Taylor Jacobs, and they put me on, man. So I'm a serial employee. So what happened with me was, just to tell y'all a little background about myself. I've been married for going on 12 years. I have 3 children, an 11-year-old. Uh, my son will be 9 next month. My youngest daughter, will be 1. I've been working since 15, supporting myself since 17. And about a couple years ago, like literally like 6, 7 months before the pandemic, I got fired from my job. And
Mm.
having been always working for 20 plus years, I'd ask myself, am I anywhere where I want to be in life? Like, what do I really want to do in life? Am I happy? Am I going where I want to go? So I was at a crossroads. Like, I was at a crossroads. My highest level of education at the time was a high school diploma. I didn't really have any tangible skill sets that I could just, brand myself with or market myself with, other than my experiences and just what God had put me through and brought me through. So I was ready to make a change. I was tired of working for other people like that. I was tired of just living that life. And I knew that, like, damn, if I did it for 20 years, I ain't where I want to be. Let me ask myself a real question. Like, if I do it for another 20 years, am I going to be where I want to be? Like, you just did that and it showed you that it ain't going to get you what you want. So now it's time to make a choice. Either just bow down and just be unhappy all your damn life, or do whatever you need to do to really live the life that you want to live. So I made the decision to
Exactly.
live like I want to live. And I started to take classes and courses to just get skill sets and better myself, because what I wanted to do was what I'm doing now is I wanted to speak to people, encourage people. Like I said, the only skill set and experience that I had was the experiences that I overcame and been through, and just
Mm-hmm.
being able to speak and just being vulnerable and being able to tell my story. So I just wanted to use whatever I had to get me to a better place in life. So I wanted to just inspire people through my story, motivate people through my story. And that's where I started at. And it just took me on a journey that I never imagined. Like, God has been doing so many great things, putting me in rooms with so many great people. Like, I'm on a conversation with a beautiful sister like yourself, who is really inspired what I want to do. Like right now, my kids are at home. My kids' school started a couple months ago for my kids, right? So they got us all messed up in the head, telling us that the world is unsafe to be in. You got to get this, you got to get this in your body, you got to get that in your body to be safe. And if it's
Mm-hmm.
so unsafe, why am I sending my kids to an environment around a whole bunch of dirty, nasty, germy kids? So I had to think about something like, if it is what y'all telling me, and then
Mm-hmm.
as me getting older, me learning, and then just me seeing that, how much, honestly, like, the school system is, the idea of it is great, the concept of it is great, I should say, because the
Mm-hmm.
idea is working, they're playing perfectly, because it's not, after a certain point, I checked out of school. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like,
Mm-hmm.
after a certain grade level, I got the basics, I got what I needed, and once I wasn't interested, I had checked out. I did just the bare minimum just to get by. Like, so
Yeah. And a
how
lot
much
of people
time
do.
wasted, how much was wasted. So now, with everything that's going on, with me understanding what I know and where I am, I'm like, that particular education system is only going to set my kids up to be where I was almost 40 years old, as opposed to me knowing what I know now. Why not put them in a different type of educational environment, as well as help them learn the stuff that I'm learning now at 40, help them learn that at 11, 9, and 8, or whatever ages they are, to give them that much of a head start. So I'm totally all supportive of what my beautiful sister is doing, is just taking back the curriculum, taking back the education, and training our kids and raising our kids in a manner that fits our system and our lives, not what's going on, man. So talk to me, family. That's a little bit about
Ah,
my sister. Y'all got any
thank
questions
you.
about
Thank
anything,
you.
and I would love to answer anything. I love to talk, as y'all can see. So
Hey everybody that's coming through. Yeah, so let's get into it because I got some questions for you. So as you guys heard, yes, I take classes with the ABS tribe as well. That's how I met the good brother Dirt. That is how I'm learning how to do all of this stuff on the internet. On the internet that I have never ever done before, y'all. I don't even really like the internet like that, but I am learning to grow with it and with the changes. And what Dirt does is, y'all heard his blessings and love. And somebody woke up today and it certainly was not you. He does a lot of things with mindset and what is Monday
free therapy
free
Monday.
Therapy Monday, y'all, and it's really good. Y'all have to tap in with that.
let, let me tell y'all something about that. Like, and this is, I say it all the time, but I really want to give you a real behind the scenes with what Free Therapy Monday is. Like, really, it's, I grew up needing therapy. Like, I needed the shit, right? But
as a lot of people do, though, low
right,
key.
right.
Yeah.
But and I was already getting bullied about my appearance. I was already getting just bullied about my clothes. Like, I always wore glasses. I've always had big dark lips. I've always had things for people to just nitpick and pick on. I wore secondhand clothes. I wore hand-me-downs. I shouted the good. So I was that kid that got picked on in school, that got talked about the Butterberry joke. So I learned how to deal with that. So I also got traumatized by other things, not just that, but other things that happen in life. So I knew that, okay, I need to talk to somebody about what's going on. But then I already was getting bullied by so much. I was like, damn, I can't have them talking about me for going to go see a psychiatrist too. Damn, I can't have them talking about me for going. Then they really gonna think I'm crazy. Then they really gonna think something wrong, because that's the stigma that was put in our minds. And that so much more detriment to me and just my mindset, that when I was going through my transition to where I knew I wanted to just live a different life, or just start to live a life, I really was like, damn, it's so much that I needed to fix, and I didn't know where to start. So I really was starting to put myself, like, it's like I'm alienated anyway, because I was going through a rough relationship with my wife. I was really separating from a lot of my friends, a lot of everything. So I was like, well, damn, I don't care what nobody think right now. Anyway, I'm chasing God. So when I was like, it's stuff that I needed to fix, is so much traumas and issues that I had, I started to just, meditate and, do self-therapy. Then I really went to go get therapy. Then I seen how much it was helping me. Then I was like, you know what? We need to remove that stigma, because if more of our people just had somebody to talk to and went to go get therapy, went to go get help, like, it'd just really help our community. It'll really help push where we need to go forward. So it was really like big that I just really find a way to just do my part to make it not so stigmatized, or make it kind of like normalize. Like, let's normalize talking about these issues. Let's normalize just having communication, and let's just see a male and a female both be vulnerable about what's going on. A black male and female at that, be vulnerable about experiences. And one of our things is, like we like to say, as we heal, you heal. So we really be talking about our real life stuff on there, like, and I it's really changed my life.
Let me tell you, I'll never forget the first free therapy session I tuned into, and y'all was talking about the 5 stages of grief. And I had realized I had went through those stages, didn't even know what it was being called. What it was being called. I was like, oh man, it felt really good to kind of put a name to something that I have experienced in the past, and then really be like, oh, I am in this level right now. So that was dope. And I think anybody who is going through something, because I think for us, we do like to talk, and it's easier to talk to somebody that you don't know, because you feel kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know you, so you feel like they're not gonna judge you. And I don't know, I just feel like it's easier for people to talk to strangers, because they could just let it all out, get some feedback or whatever, and then go on about their life and not have to worry about somebody else bringing up something or doing something like that. So I think that holds back a lot of people too. So I like the fact that you are doing free therapy Mondays on the internet, all right, for everybody, so everybody could just kind of tune in and relate to that. And then if they need to have that additional conversation, because I've sent some people to you, they can have that conversation and lift that burden up off of them. And so, like, I really like that.
Let me ask you this, sis, because you said that you didn't even realize that those were the stages that you had went through and gone through, and like overcame and stuff like that. But so many other people are doing that same thing. So let me ask you, how empowering for you was that when you were aware and conscious of what was happening? Like, did it help you be like, and be able to pinpoint like, okay, this is happening and this is why this is happening, so I need to shift this way? Or like, how empowering was it for you?
So when I was listening to that, I was in the last stage, like I'm good, like I'm coming through, and I've already, but it made me realize, oh dang, I went through this, this, and this, and this is why it was okay. It made me like, I can't explain it. I'm like, because it was mind boggling, the fact that y'all was even talking about it, and I could reckon I was able to identify with it. Like,
Right,
damn, I did
right.
that same, I did all of that stuff, right? So I was like, okay. It was just to give it a name, because sometimes you just be like, I don't know, right? I don't know. But the way y'all put it and how it was happening and why, I think it was the why for me. Like, why it was happening and how you go through it and what those stages look like when you were really coming out of it. I was like, oh yeah. So it made me feel better, because I'm like, yes, I am in that last stage. I'm coming out of it, because I went through all them stages. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad, sad, just even with the part where y'all was talking about addressing it with other people, I had to do that. Like, I really did that, and it made me feel better when I did that. And I was doing this on my own before I even came in the tribe, before I even met y'all, before I seen that. And so to hear y'all talking about it, I guess it kind of made me feel better, because I went through those stages and I came out of it, and I kind of was doing it right. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
Um, um,
it just made me feel good to know that I went on the right path, because I could have went on a negative path, and I knew that, and that's the path I didn't want to go down. So I had to fix it, but being able to fix it myself eternally, like, I don't know, it just made me feel like, damn, people really go through this shit, and I went through it, and I did a good job with coming out of it. That's how it made me feel, right? And so just listening to what y'all was doing on Free Therapy Monday, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And it made me want to tap in, tune in again. But sometimes I can't tap in when y'all live, so I kind of check out the replays and stuff. But I think it's completely dope, because a lot of the stuff that you was just saying when we came on earlier, I promise you, I literally just got finished talking to somebody and asking him those same questions for himself. What do you want out of life? Where do you want to be? Are you happy with yourself now? Because you have to start thinking about that. Like, you're you grown, kinda, sorta. You 18, and I need you to start trying to really think about what you're doing. And so the fact that you were saying that you had to ask yourself those questions, and I'm asking him to ask himself those questions now so that he wouldn't have to do it later, like, it's just to show it's meaningful to me, because I like to show the youth that we go through too. You know what I'm saying? And everything you think you're going through, somebody else has gone through it. And I'm not telling you this because I'm being hard on you purposely, but I love you. I want you to see you do better for yourself. And I feel like the earlier we could catch it, the better off you will be, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's why it's important. You said that we don't like therapy. It's a stigma in our community. All of that stuff. And that's completely true. And you were growing up, you were getting picked up, you was having all these issues, right? And you needed it, but you didn't want to talk about it. And I think a lot of especially black men, they had those issues. Because what y'all told not, y'all can't cry, y'all toughen up, y'all gotta do this, you gotta do that. And yep. I'm not gonna sit here and act like, because I got brothers, I got cousins and all that stuff, and I want them to understand, like, I get that you have a whole little plight on your thing. Like, let it out, let somebody help you, but you gotta want the help first. And you have to understand that it doesn't make you look soft or less of a man to know that you need some type of help. Because I'd rather you go get that help than end up dead or in jail. You know what I'm
Let
saying?
let me say this to my man since you went there, and I'ma just from a man, like I promise you guys, like having control of your emotions is the biggest flex. Like me, I can really just think properly and not just act because I'm really mad about something that happened 5 years ago, or I'm really mad about something that happened yesterday. Like I'm in the moment, so I can really rationalize now. And now, like if you piss me off, what's bad about that is I'm in the moment, so it's not nothing that was from something else. So you're going to get everything that you deserve, and it's going. I'm not going to feel bad about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Is
Mm-hmm.
because like before, I may snap on somebody and then I feel bad about it because it was really just a blow up from other things that occurred. Like I had so much build up that I just went off on you and it was really unjustified. Like it was really just the wrong approach, or it was really because it really wasn't warranted for you. But now that
Mm-hmm.
I have really got rid of almost all of that stuff to where I'm living in the moment to where I can really just give you the energy that you deserve. So if you piss me off, it ain't triggering nothing that happened a long time ago. It's
Mm-hmm.
triggering what you just started, what you just created. So
Right now.
what you're that is warranted to you, but it also helps me to be able to rationalize and be like, you know what? I'm not even going to allow you to change my mood. I'm not even
Mm-hmm.
going to allow you to make me angry. I'm going to be rational and I'm going to have a good conversation with you. And then I'm going to end up helping you see the light because now I'm not going to get frustrated because I had that capacity. So to my men out there, trust me when I tell you, like, it's easy to fight. That's the
It
easy.
is. Yep.
It's easy to just be angry. Easy to just. It really takes real maturity and it really takes real understanding to be like, you know what? Let's be in the moment. Let's rationalize this. Let's have this conversation because that's to all my tribe people, to all my family that like, man, y'all ain't seen me in a while. I know Durbin ain't really been posting, ain't been doing this, and I'm gonna be honest and transparent with y'all because that's what I love to be. I was starting a new leaf, right? And things were happening so fast that I looked up and I realized like, damn, I got all this great stuff happening, but I'm still in turmoil in my previous life. My marriage was still in shambles. I still
Mm-hmm.
wasn't being a father to my children. And then when everything was happening so fast, now I'm even more busy. Now I'm even more in tune now. And they seeing me happy, they seeing me this, they like, damn, daddy, you went from being at work all the time, not being here, to where now you going through this legal stuff to now you instantly jump into this. Like, so I saw myself going down a road of just really building a life and still having the same relationship issues that I had in the previous life. So I was like, let me be transparent with myself and be like, I want to fix my marriage. So I'm going to give my undivided attention that I have to my marriage first. And then once I know that that's solidified, then I can give other things and other things, the energy and the stuff like that and not feel guilty about it. So I'm building a relationship with my wife. I'm building a relationship with my kids. And once I know that that's solid and in place to where I can be gone for days and hours at a time to where they don't question, they don't understand because they see the mission and they know that, okay, daddy has changed. Daddy is different. Daddy is on some different stuff because he's proven it and I just said it. Then I feel good. So to everybody out there, when you get that mindset that you want a different life, you got to understand that it's going to be transitions. It's
It's
going to be
be
phase.
transition.
It's going to
Mm-hmm.
be phases that you go through to where like you personally going to get tore down and have to rebuild your personal self. Then you're going to look around and be like, damn, now that I'm rebuilt, now that I see different, what relationships do I value? What people
Mm-hmm.
in my life do I that mean a lot to me? Like, okay, well, damn, what about those relationships that I need to heal and fix and rebrand and rebuild? Because I can't be this new me with those with the old patterns of those relationships. So I need to fix those to get those healthy. So as I continue to grow in the sin, the relationships that I value, that I care about, are the foundations are in place and right. So I won't have the same issues later in life that I'm having right now. So I saw that happening and I was like, let me fix all of this stuff now because where I'm going is about to be freaking awesome, freaking great. And I want to make sure that the people who mean the most to me is right there and solid. So that's what I've been working on. And
I
it's
love it, and I commend you on that. You said something about the children, and it reminds me of a conversation because I do parent education classes, and I was talking to one person who was trying to build their relationship up with their child, And the key thing that they were having an issue with was the trust factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the patterns that you're talking about. And you say this, but you're not doing this. So it became an issue, right? And I had to explain to him, like, your child is watching everything you do when you say it. Now, you trying to turn over this new leaf now, but because they've been disappointed so much in their life, they just waiting for you to
Mm-hmm.
drop the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening. So they don't believe you. They looking at you a little sideways. They like, oh, okay, I wonder how long this is gonna last. And you cannot get angry at that because that's their truth, especially if they're being honest with you. Accept it for what it is and grow through that if you really trying to build that connection and that relationship with your child, because of what they've been going through. You have to, like, you literally have to prove that you have changed, and you can't get mad at them for looking at you sideways when you haven't been a man of your word for so many years, right? And so I would tell exactly, like, when you do this, this is gonna happen. When you do that, this is gonna happen, because they looking at it. Right. So I commend you on that, because children really need that. And it's a part of the consistency, right? It's a part of that routine. It's a part, and I'm sure your wife needs it as well too. But I'm all about the babies, you know what I'm saying? So I commend you for that, because I don't think parents really understand how it affects the child. And you could see it in everything that they go through at school. And then, adults, we be going through our stuff on our own. Sometimes we don't see when they're going through stuff, because we think that they're children, that what they stressed out about, what they care about. And they have stresses, they have concerns,
Mm-hmm.
they are little humans, they're little adults, they're little people. And so you have to cater to that. And so I definitely appreciate that you see that, and you're willing to work on that, because there's not a lot of people who could see that, address it at hand. But that's why we growing with dirt today.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
tell
but
us.
what's crazy is you said that, it just really made me think about how, better my relationship with my family is getting, and the understanding with my kids. And what I realized is how you said, you know you gotta, the kids be telling you and tell you this, that kids don't really know how to lie other than with their words. What I mean
Yeah.
by that, they may say something, but if you're really in tune, like, their body language, their mannerisms, their just demeanor is what's speaking to you. So they
Mm-hmm.
can, like, as an adult, I've learned how to be like, oh yeah, I'm good, y'all. It's whatever. And deep down inside, I can feel like shit. But a
Mm-hmm.
child hasn't learned that yet. A
Mm-hmm.
child hasn't learned how to fake that yet. So they're really showing you with their body language and their emotions what's really going on. But if you're not in tune with that, you're not going to be able to understand. Like, so, because for me, and my upbringing, when a child shut down or do this, it make the parent angry. Now the parent is yelling. Now the parent is fussing, and then what you think that's gonna do for the child? Now I'm really about to
Make them
go into.
shut down even more.
So now me being in my, be like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
healing from my childhood traumas and understanding the traumas that was caused to me in my childhood, I look at my children's childhood differently, and I'd be like, let's have a conversation. Like, if you're in a safe space, like, I know how used to be. I know how you used to feel like you can't talk, but I promise you, you're not in trouble. What's going to
Mm-hmm.
get you in trouble is you not speaking. So let's have a conversation. This is your one time to say whatever. And we've been having, it took a while. Like, it took some trust. It took some, like, they didn't believe it at first. They thought I was setting them up. But after really having those conversations to where I really wasn't getting mad, they really wasn't getting in trouble. Now we chop it up about, like, okay, what's going on? Hey, Dad, I don't like that you said this. Hey, Dad, when we was over to such and such house and you came over home smelling like smoke, was you smoking or was that? Like, I have these conversations with my kids. I be transparent with them. So now it's like, okay, I feel like so empowered to be like, I am my children's parent first,
Yes.
but I'm also their protector.
Yes.
And a lot of children, unfortunately, don't feel protected by parents.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if you don't feel protected by your parents, you're going to lie to them. You're going
Mm-hmm.
to keep things from them. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. I tell my kids now, like, don't lie to me because I got your back more than anybody else. Like, if you was cutting up in class, I used to tell them this all the time. If you was cutting up in school, be honest to me, because if you had me looking like a fool in front of the teacher, then I can't trust you no more. And then
That's how I
you're
know
gonna be
we
mad at me
family.
for rocking with the teacher.
I know we family. You a true Johnson. That's what we be talking about.
So now I get to that point now that we like, okay, I can. My daddy do got my back. He is going. I can be honest with him and trust him with stuff. So that's huge, y'all. Like just
Yeah.
being able to really check yourself, like, and that's our biggest problem, y'all. Is like acknowledging that we ain't got it all. We ain't healthy. We ain't right. We have been abused. We have been battered. We have been traumatized, and we have just accept it and just know, like, hey, I am who I am, and I'm going to grow and get better. So
Facts. And Daniel saying you'll seek protection elsewhere. That's another fact because that's
yep,
how they go into gangs. That's how they be
yep.
doing all this other stuff. And that's why it's so important that you have these candid conversations. I feel real proud. I'm so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you be watching my stuff and but all
So
this stuff you said with your children, I'm like, yes,
so look,
yes.
really just dawned on, like, what needs to happen. Let's get the conversation and the ball rolling about what needs to happen amongst ourselves. And because, like me, I'm totally okay with my kids are going to get educated, but I'm totally okay with never sending them to the traditional public schooling system again. Because
Mm-hmm.
now that I see different and I know different, like I said, after a certain point, I checked out.
Right.
After, like, it was, I mean, there's only so many algebra problems and geometry equations
Right.
and then now I don't even feel. What's even worse about that, y'all, is I really don't feel bad. Hold on real quick. Let me turn this. I really don't feel bad about checking out, knowing that half the stuff they taught me is now coming out to be lies anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all hear me? So,
So,
like,
so you was asking me
that's
a
why I
question?
really like, hold on, hold on. I'm not even gonna waste their time like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they can get their good enough diploma at 12 or 13, 14 years old, why am I keeping them in high school till 17?
Right.
Like, I got all I
Hey.
have is a high school diploma. I'm not knocking education. I love education. Like, I love knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I'm just talking about the system itself. All I have is a high school diploma. And I have done pretty damn well for myself just having a high school diploma. All praise due to the Most High. So it just makes me think, like, okay, having had a job since 15, supporting myself since 17, my highest level education is a high school diploma, which is equivalent to a GED, which I could have got because I was smart enough to pass the GED test at 13 or 14 years old. I was smart enough. I
Mm-hmm.
was in. That's why I checked out, y'all. I'm gonna be real, because I was in the higher programs in school. I was gifted. I was gifted mentally. I was in the higher programs of school, but my
Mm-hmm.
demographic wasn't in those programs. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be with my people. I wanted to be with my friends. I wanted to be with everybody else, and I didn't want to be in those classes with people I didn't relate to. So when I
For
went to
real?
those classes,
That's how it was?
when I went to those classes, I
Really?
I
Wait, you
didn't do.
from California?
Yeah, I'm from Cali.
Okay. That's interesting. Cause I had AP English and I was in gifted classes too, but all my schools I went to were black.
But
So I ain't see nothing but us in our
mm-mm.
classes.
Yeah, see, when I was in the regular classes, I saw nothing but us. But
Mm-hmm.
as I was going to, like, they was putting me in different groups that wasn't my demographic, because
Mm-hmm.
my demographic, I was being plucked, sort of say, like, oh, he's gifted, he's exceptional. Let's put him in these groups. Like, and I didn't relate to it. So
Yeah.
so
So this is what I'm gonna say about that. Because you was like, you said, let's get into this conversation. So let's get into it. Y'all know I'm all about early childhood education and child development. Those are foundational, right? You got to know what an ABC look like in the United States of America. You got to know what it sounds like. You got to know how to read. You need to know how to count. You need to know how to do your math.
for
You need
sure.
to know what a dollar look like. All of that stuff. So that's my basis. I definitely understand you with the notion of in school checking out. A lot of people check out. I got my master's degree and I checked out in a lot of classes, right? And the only thing that caught my attention that kept my focus was the stuff that I was genuinely
Mm-hmm.
interested in, the stuff that I seen value into.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with young folks. So I have to tell them all the time, school is not for everybody. It's not, you know. You have trades, you have a whole bunch of other stuff, a whole bunch of other skill sets that will get you money. A lot of the millionaires in the world ain't got degrees. They ain't got a high school education. They ain't got a GED. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna sit here and act like school is everything, right? But that foundation,
Mm-hmm.
that is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how to read, write, and count and talk, right? And I think the reason why so many students are checking out when they get to these ages, because I'm one of them people. I can't stand algebra. I used to be in class complaining about algebra all the time. Why do we have to find for X? This don't make no sense. I'm not gonna be doing this when I get older. I was that person. I'm not gonna be doing algebra trying to solve for X when you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't make sense to me, so I wasn't interested. But anything else that I could find useful, I was interested. So when we working with our children, you have to know what your children want to do. What do they want to be? And you guide them in that direction. You get what I'm saying? I was blessed to go to schools where they were really big on Black power, educating about my history. And then I had it at home too. So that's why I'm always telling y'all, you
Yep.
are your child's first teacher.
Yep. Yep.
If you don't have the luxury of keeping them at home and you gotta send them to school, understand that everything that's being taught in school, yes, we know. So a lot of that is lies. It don't even really matter. The whole United States of America, everything that they talk about is based upon a lie. Okay. But you wanna know why I know that?
You wanna know
Because
why?
of my mama and my daddy. They was educating me at home. They kept me in them books. My dad is a librarian. I'm gonna know my history. I'm gonna know where my people come from and what we do.
You
And
know what
so
it
it
is?
comes from us. It starts with us. It starts at home
It do.
first.
You know what's hella big with that, and I'm happy you said that, is when the whole checking out thing, when you was like, when it was something that you saw interest in, when you saw value in it, right? So the whole checking out thing is because you saw, I'm not gonna be needing why I'm gonna need to find X and this, that, and this.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been helping me be able to educate my children on things, because they don't have the foresight and that vision, what a lot of educators would do better, and I want to start trying to implement, is showing them how it's going to be useful.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of things I'm learning with my daughter, like we doing fractions right now and other stuff with my daughter. And she like, I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But my daughter loves to bake. My
Mm-hmm.
daughter loves to cook. She loves to like make slime. She loves to just do experiments and stuff. So in doing so, I'm like Greer. So all that stuff you like to do you not know how fractions have a lot to do with that? And she didn't understand. I was like, okay, let's go in the kitchen. So I open up the cookbook to show a baking recipe. See how it say 1/3 cup of baking powder, this, that, and this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was showed her the clock. I was like, so time, you know how to tell time forwards and backwards, but you don't even realize that you already doing fractions in time. Like 15 minutes is 1/4 of an hour. 30
Mm-hmm.
minutes is a half. Like, so I'm showing her how she's using these things in life. And then she was like, oh, okay. And it goes hand in hand with how our good mentor, brother Dr. Benek, say, we already using digital real estate. Like we on digital real estate right now. All of us have purchased a digital product. All of us have digital stuff, digital this, digital that. So these things are in our life and we're using it probably uneven knowingly. So how much more beneficial would it be if we took just a minute or two to learn about it a little bit more, to see how much, okay, like I'm already doing these things. How can I make things that I'm already doing benefit me even more? Like, and that's an thing that we miss in life. Like the Most High and God has already set up everything for us to really be prosperous and grow. But we so distracted and looking everywhere else that we missing what's right in front of us. We missing it, the gifts. We missing the gifts that we always had this whole time. We missing on how to just capitalize on what was already given to us, because we neither 9 times out of 10 trying to fulfill somebody else's mission for ourselves, or we trying to fulfill somebody else's mission for ourselves. And what I mean by that is we doing what somebody else has dictated us to do. So somebody else is dictating our lives for us. So we're doing what they dictated for us to do. Or in fact, we're following behind somebody trying to do exactly what they do and not even trying to come into our own.
But
So
you know where that comes from? It comes from a lack of critical thinking skills. We're not teaching our children how to think for themselves.
Nope.
We're not teaching them how to problem solve. Like if something happens, you know, you have to do that. You have to, and it starts in the beginning. It starts there. Like you have to teach them these things. Something as small as opening up an applesauce. A 2-year-old. Oh, I can't do it. And you go over there, you open up that applesauce for them. You have not given them the opportunity to figure that out, to solve that problem. You're taking it away from them. And we do that a lot with children all the time. Then we go into these mental issues where we are having issues. We can't make decisions. We can't talk. We have a hard time expressing ourselves. We're keeping it bottled in. And that's a whole nother issue. We call it social and emotional development, social emotional learning. They don't know how to do that, right? Which is all of what you be talking about for us, like the mindset. And when you're growing with dirt, right? So
growing with dirt, baby.
We're not doing that with our children enough. And when somebody else teaches them how to do it, it's a problem.
No. People, no. Go ahead. I got one coming. Go ahead, because I know you about to drop.
I just saying, like, because I experienced that. I've experienced it myself with me going in. I'm not y'all ordinary teacher. I don't know if y'all noticed. Okay. I'm the best out here in these streets, baby. I get it popping with the kids, right? But I really do believe in teaching critical thinking skills and problem solving skills. We have to start that at a young age. So many people, I see so many adults that just can't make decisions.
You know why? You want to know why? Why?
Why?
This and this is what I was about to say. So look, it's so many of our people that, for one, are children themselves that had children. But then on top of that, they don't allow their children to be independent for so long. Like they wash their clothes, they cook their food, they clean up after them, they make up for their excuses, they make excuses for them to be insufficient, they argue with their teachers, they don't hold them accountable, they do all of these things, they hold from birth to 15, 16, 17. Then they turn 18 years old. Now they kids grown and they want to kick them out the house.
Exactly.
18 now, you need to go up it, but you ain't taught your kid how to balance no checkbook. You ain't taught your kid how to be responsible. You ain't taught your kid how to fold. You ain't taught your child, and then you mad at them because they end up being 19, 20, still depending on you, still
living at home with their mama.
So it's sad. And then another thing in our communities that's still happening. I'm seeing it a little less frequently, but it's still happening. Is grandparents raising kids. So grandparents done did their job. They done raised the kids already. Now the parents done had kids and dropped them off on the grandparents again. Now the grandparents, they tired. So the kid, they not raising kids. They just doing just the bare minimum just to get them a roof and whatever they need. That kid is not being sufficiently attended to. That kid is not being sufficiently So that kid is gonna be raised by electronics. That kid is gonna be raised by the streets. That kid is gonna be raised by the trends. That kid is
But
gonna
let
be
me
raised.
say something else about grandparents real quick. Not to cut you off, but grandparents are getting younger. They ain't
Oh,
trying to be in the house taking care of your babies
that part.
either.
Hey,
Them
hey,
it's the same. It's the
because
same
baby
grandbabies
having
who think
babies.
they had their grandparents take care. They not. It's the
Hey,
same.
it's crazy. Like it's crazy. So not even putting me on Front Street, but I've been out of high school for 20 years, and I got high school classmates that are about to be grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 38. I'm really 25. I'm gonna be 25 until I'm 50. But I mean, the the, the calendars say I'm 38 years young. So it's crazy that I got classmates that I went to school with that's 38, 39 is about to be grandparents. So
Mm-hmm.
that goes hand in hand to what you were saying. Like they had a baby either in high school or right after high school. Now they
Yeah.
baby is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine being a grandparent right now. Like I mean, if I would have had a child right out of high school, yeah, but like that's crazy to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's me. But and that goes to say like they still got their lives to live too. Like
Yep. And
where
great grandma
and,
might not be there no
ooh,
more.
and that goes into a whole nother conversation that we probably need to have another day about just as far as what we know about and what we teach our children about sex and about what we use sex for and about what we use the love for, about the responsibilities that come along with that. Like we are so far removed from our original selves that like we don't even know that this shit is real. Like I see the strength within my family about us just like really rooting and growing the right way, like really
Mm-hmm.
just rebranding, like just really building this foundation. Like I see how powerful a really strong rooted family can be. I've never had that growing up. I've
Mm-hmm.
always been like with a step parent or in a broken home or this, that, and this. Like I see the real strength that a real family has. So it makes sense to me about why there was a mission to break up the black family.
Yeah.
Because like with this family structure that I'm building here with one of my cousins that's on right now, the family structure that I have there, and just like the real family things, like just imagine if we had that to where I can call on Sister Mika J and be like, hey, my family about to team up with your family and we about to do this because we solid. But
Right.
it's much turmoil within my family alone. I can't even think about teaming up with another family. I can't even get my
Yep.
family together.
Yep.
So now I'm just really thinking about like as I start to heal, going back to that free therapy Monday, going back to getting over, going back to just healing. As I heal individually, now I can heal my family and my household. So then I can get another black man to heal individually to heal his family, his household. Then me and that black
Mm-hmm.
man can be like, okay, we on the same page, and then we can really start to help the people, man. Like, and that's where I see us going.
But
So
the key thing in what you said too, people don't even know that. They don't know the history of welfare and Section 8 and all of that stuff and how it came into place and the true intent. And there's so many of us on it, right? So if you
proud to be.
understand that,
It was proud of Section 8. Like
huh?
it's only of our people proud to be on Section 8. Like
Yeah,
they
right.
they they,
But
they
if
prevent
they knew the history, do you think they would be proud? That's what I'm
nah,
asking.
about it is they prevent themselves from growing in fear of losing their Section 8.
Exactly. But they
Like
don't
you
even
go
know why it was put into
buy
place in the first place. It was put into place to do exactly that, to break up the black power family dynamic. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you understood it, because I understand a lot of this stuff, because like I said, I ain't had no choice but to. And with me understanding it, it's just some things that I refuse to settle on in life. I have my non-negotiables, no matter how hard it
I
may
like
be for me. I'm not gonna do it. Like people be like,
proud of
oh, they be coming to me like, I had a cousin like, what you think about Planned Parenthood? I'm like, I don't go Planned Parenthood. Is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not going to support that because I know I'm very aware of the history and the stuff behind it. And we don't think like that no more. We don't think like that no more. And so, I mean, what's how are we gonna grow? How are we gonna fix that? How are we gonna
Hey,
change that? That's
if,
why we
if
need. That's why we need. Man, tell them about growing with dirt. Tell them about that. What that means? Because that's why I
okay,
got so hoodie. Like, cause I believe in everything that you
okay,
doing. The
so
shirt stuff. My man ain't got it
y'all,
on right now.
so this is growing with dirt was like I said, I was going through that transition for anybody who tapped in late. I was going through a part of my life to where I realized that I was like, what happened in life is, remember how I kept saying I checked out this, that, and this in school. So what happened in life is I got everything to where I was good. I had a beautiful wife, marriage. I had a good job. I had the house. I had the kids. Like everything was good. So you can't tell me nothing. I ain't trying to learn nothing else. I ain't trying to do nothing else. You can't teach me nothing. I'm too grown. I was too
Mm-hmm.
grown to grow. Cause like I don't need to learn nothing. Everything is set up. I'm
Yeah.
good. So
Mm-hmm.
then that's when my life started to spiral down because I wasn't ascending. I wasn't trying to go up. So if you ain't trying to go up,
Yeah.
gravity gonna pull you down. So you got to be trying to fight gravity, sort of say. So since I wasn't trying to fight gravity no more, I started drinking a lot. I started smoking a lot. I started just everything happening. I got DUIs after DUI. Then my life started. So then my life went bad. So then I woke up and I realized I'm like, damn, what happened? So then it dawned on me that my life started to go bad when I realized where I was too grown to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I can never get to that point again. So I was like, my mission is to grow daily. My mission is to grow whatever. So then as I'm putting my mindset on that, I'm starting to look around. I'm starting to realize like, damn, I really am growing. But what's happening is like, I'm growing, but a lot of the people in my environment, a lot of the people who I'm currently in my life aren't. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grow, but unfortunately, they're not growing at the same rate, or they're not growing at all, or they're doing the opposite, which is continuing to go the opposite way. So
Right.
my growing with dirt was really a cry to my family and friends, like, "Hey, y'all, I'm
Mm-hmm.
on some stuff. I'm going to be going this way. So if you want to be a part of my life, or you want me to be a part of yours, it'd be in your best interest to come grow with me."
Yeah. Yeah. I
Because
like that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm growing. I'm trying to grow. I'm not trying. I'm growing closer and closer to the Most High every day. That's what growing with dirt is. I'm growing closer and closer to God every day. So those who would like to, you know, come along the journey with me, come on and grow with dirt, baby.
Hey man, you be saying some profound things. So I appreciate you. I appreciate the free therapy Mondays. I appreciate everything, and it's just really cool. I hope that people really start to see the value in what it is that you do for like mental health, like even for the children's sake. Because like you said, we don't want to keep perpetuating the cycle. But also, I also feel like, man, when you start talking about the history of breaking up the black family, you need to start telling them that history. Because once I found out and I learned for myself, I said, oh, I ain't about to do that. And I'm not knocking anybody who has to be on Section 8, SSI, all that stuff. Like, I've had to use it myself. But once I realized it's only so much you could do, it keeps you in a box. It keeps you in a box. It's not really helping you. It's hindering you. And now I'm
Mm-hmm.
all about growth, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I ain't about to let nobody. My daddy said, "Don't get content. Don't get stuck in a corner." I'm not about to be letting nothing hinder my growth. And if you understand the history of that, you're not gonna let it too. You need to use it for what it is, and then outgrow it. Use it to take you to where it is, and then outgrow it. And
This
so,
this one of my biggest, and I tell people this, and it's of course easier said than done, but if you make a conscious effort to really just have a positive mindset on just understanding that things are not happening to you, it's happening for you. No matter how effing bad it may look, no matter how messed up it is, if you are still breathing, whatever that was that happened can benefit you if you open up your mind to allow it to.
And that's facts, because I ain't gonna lie. It took me, I had a hard time with that, with balance, and like as a black person, and I'm sure a lot of black people can feel this when I say this. When you grew up and you've been struggling for so long, you be like, I'm so sick and tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you get frustrated, right? And I got to a point in my life where I was frustrated. Like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Why everything I gotta go through is being struggle? Why it gotta be a struggle? And like with you saying that, and like an epiphany going off, like it's to help you, because if you sit back and you reflect, I'm a lot stronger than a lot of people you would think. You know, I have sickle cell anemia. I ain't even supposed to be here. A lot of stuff I went through, it has helped me be the person that I am. And once you change and pivot, you be like, okay, like you said, you like, okay, and it has. I ain't gonna lie, it has, because I've been trying to start my daycare journey for a long time. You've heard my story. I let you know, and it's been a while, and I did. I got to a point that I had broke down mentally a while back ago, and then I was just like, whatever. And so when I checked out your free therapy Monday thing, and y'all was talking about the 5 stages of grief, even though I'm not in that phase no more, I'm like, dang, that's what I was. I mean, I was angry. I was in that angry stage for a long time, and it took a friend cussing me out because she loved me dearly to pull me out of that, because she like, you're not even the same person. I don't even. You just angry. You're becoming bitter, and I ain't want to be bitter, because you see me, I'm so silly and fun loving. Like, that's me.
I love that. I love that, because
Yes.
it made me think about just so much about as we're conversing about this. So I'm thinking about just different things that adversities that I particularly overcame that ended up just being a blessing for me. Like, and the first one I could think of is like losing my pops, and I'm gonna say that one last, but like losing my job. So when I first got fired from my job, I thought I didn't know what to do. But now it's like it forced me to get in a mindset like, okay, now you need to do for self. Now you have to do something better. So, like, honestly, getting fired from my job was the best thing that ever happened for my family, not just me, for my family, because now I am truly a better husband. I'm truly a better father. But that goes saying, like, for my pops, when my pops passed away, I was like so hurt. Like, my dad was my best friend. Like, he died young and stuff like that in my eyes. But like now, as I'm maturing, what I take from that, because I'm looking for what I can gain from it, how it's going to benefit me. I see how much I hurt from my dad not being here, and it motivates me to be healthy. It motivates me to live a healthier life. It motivates me to be more intentional with my children. So even though that happened, it made it magnified the relationship that I have with my children. It magnified the importance of me being able to make sure that I can be here to be a grandfather to my kids' kids, as long as I can do what I need to do. So it's funny, like, we can always have that woe is me outlook on stuff, but that is not beneficial to us, y'all. It is, like, and I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong, like, have it, feel it, whatever you feeling, feel it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I had to learn, because I used to feel bad for having feelings. Oh, this is free therapy Monday, y'all.
Ooh,
Getting a
free
free
therapy.
therapy
Get into it, because
Monday.
I
Oh, hey, so
was
look,
about
like,
to say.
we use we
In one of those lives, you was like,
we
you
are
have to
so.
sit in it and
This
feel
might be
it to
what I
come
talk about
through.
tomorrow. This might be what I talk about tomorrow. Like, we are so conditioned that sometimes when we feel bad, we end up make ourselves feel worse because we feel bad about feeling bad.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to feel what you feel. That's natural, and be
Yeah.
okay with it. But the thing is, we are so traumatized by previous experiences that we don't know if what we're feeling is what we're feeling because of this moment or a previous moment. So once you start to heal from that other stuff, And once you start to get all that other stuff out your system, you will be more conscious of, okay, I'm feeling this right now and it's justified, like I was saying earlier. So I'm telling y'all, like, allow yourself to feel like it. When you happy, enjoy that happy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, when they happy, they subconsciously look for reasons to sabotage they happy. I know people like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know people like that. I know people who everything around them is comfortable. They look for things to be paranoid. Like, oh, I gotta pay this bill in 4 months. Damn, that's 4 months from now. Like, I know people like that. Like, allow to learn how to feel in the moment and be okay with that, and it's good. Like, when you angry, if your anger is justified, that's okay. That's okay to feel angry, because a lot of times, and I learned this from the minister. Shout out to brother Dr. Ben X. The strengths of my life are built in adversity. Like, if it is raining right now, right? It's raining right now here in California, and I'm pretty sure a long time ago, people was like, okay, I'm tired of the weather getting to me. I'm tired of the rain, so let me learn how to build a house. So the adversity of having to want to stay out the rain made somebody want shelter. People was walking barefoot for a long time, walking on rocks, walking on whatever, feet getting cut up. The adversity of walking on that hard ground made somebody want to create some shoes.
Exactly.
Like people wasn't able to communicate. People were like, couldn't get messages. The adversity of not being able to see you while I'm talking to you made somebody want to create this device. So everything out of adversity. So when God puts you through adversity, he's challenging you something that the world needs. Oh man.
Yeah, you was hitting it, because that free therapy Monday is like, it's okay to sit in it. I was like, damn, it is. I was like, it is, because I did that. But sometimes when you sit in, like you said, you feel bad. But you know what? It's because people make it feel we're conditioned to feel like we have to be strong all the in time, and it's just like, dang, when I mess up or when I have a moment, I'm ridiculed, I'm punished for it. So it's just like, you subconsciously don't want to put yourself into those situations, because you subconsciously punishing yourself and doing that stuff. I'm the middle / oldest. So I'm the oldest of my dad's kids. So I was treated like the oldest child. Now I never got to be the middle child. I wish people would forget about me, but they don't. Got all the responsibility put on me. And it was like, I could do nothing wrong. If I snapped out on somebody, it was, oh my goodness, you did, why are you doing that? You're better than that. And I'm like, I don't want to be better. I want to be petty too. You know?
Wait. You said middle oldest? You said you the middle / oldest?
Yeah.
All right, so look, peep this. I'm the middle, the oldest, the youngest, and the only child. Let me explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so look, my dad had 3 kids before he met my mom. So I had 2 older brothers and an older sister from my dad. Then my dad and my mom got together. They had me. I'm my dad's youngest child. I'm my dad and my mom's only child together. My dad and my mom split up. Then my mom went off, remarried, then had 3 more kids. So I have 3 younger siblings. I have 2 younger sisters and a younger brother. So I got 3 older siblings from my dad. I'm my mom and dad's only child together. Then I got 3 younger siblings from my mom. So I'm the youngest, I'm the oldest, I'm the middle, and I'm the only child.
Well, you got me beat.
Hey, that's how I know I'm special. I don't think it's too many people who can say that.
Yeah, nah. Well, I don't know. Cause it be a lot of people like my sister, cousin, baby, daddy, uncle, blah blah blah. Like, all right, this is some just. I was like,
Hey,
okay, who are
hey,
they?
hey, I love y'all, man. This has been like
Yes.
real. So I would love to do this again, and I want to have this conversation with you in a way that we can open up for the people who joined us to be able to let them pick our brains, because you are a beautiful, intelligent sister, and I love how you think. I love your insight on stuff, and I want to give the audience a chance to make us both think about stuff that we probably wouldn't think about. So let's do this again.
Okay.
Let's open it
Yeah.
up to where we can have a forum
So,
conversation.
so how about this? Before you go, first and foremost, I want everybody to go follow Dirt. So tell them where they can follow you at, and
Y'all can follow
tell them about
at
your free
Dirt
therapy Mondays,
Dirt
everything.
Saver. Dirt, I am Dirt the Dream Saver. No, I do not mind if you call me Dirt. Just make sure you spell it with two I's. That's DiiRT Dream Saver. You can find me at Dirt the Dream Saver everywhere. We have free therapy Monday. That's every Monday on IG at 12 p.m. Pacific. My business partner, Dr. Kimmy Von Porter, and I, we do free therapy Monday. We'd love for y'all to tap in and share that with somebody. And also, y'all, I just really want y'all to learn about yourself, because God gave you everything you need to have everything you want.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let nobody tell you no different. And get with people who gonna help you develop the skills, develop the mindset, develop just to find that gem that God buried in you. Get with people who gonna help you pull back them layers. Get with people who gonna really help find that buried treasure within yourself. Not because they want something out of you, just because they know that they're not gonna live their best potential until they help everybody else around them live their best potential. Man, that's who I am, and that's what I do.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. And how about, because I'm so used to, I'm always bringing people. I only been interviewed once. So you want people to pick our brain? How about come on your platform and we turn the
Bet,
tables? You know what I'm
bet.
saying? We
Hey,
can do
that's
that.
what we do. That's because. So just so y'all know, and for everybody who is here and anybody else who would love to be on Growing with Dirt, I have really learned so much, and I just wanted to roll out everything, roll out everything, roll out everything. And I noticed that I just don't see myself being successful that way. So I reined it in. Growing with Dirt will launch in 2022, and I want anybody who wants to just say something or learn about me or interview me on my platform, or have me interview you on my platform, or just want to tell a story. Let's build it, because Growing with Dirt is going to be something to where we really, really, really tell the truth about what we need to do to bring heaven on earth. I'm tired
Yeah.
of I'm tired. I'm tired of
Tired
my
being
kids.
tired.
I'm tired of my kids just seeing other kids they age not too much older having to worry about schools. I'm tired, y'all. So I want to do my part, and I'm gonna do my part. So
Let's
Dirt,
fix it.
the
Thank you.
growing with Dirt, www.growingwithdirt.com. Hey,
And I'm gonna tag him in this video so everybody can go follow him, because I want y'all to follow Good Bird. Cool as hell, y'all. This my brother. We both Johnsons. You know what I'm saying?
hey, we mess
We
around and
family.
real for real.
Yeah. So y'all, we gonna tap in. We gonna set that up. I definitely appreciate you. You guys go tap in with him. This has been like one of the coolest, realest conversations ever. Like just very, very fun.
Hey, y'all, we
I
just
definitely
started.
appreciate you.
We just
And
get
thank you
started.
for raising the standards and the values within our communities, because that's what you're doing. You're setting a different bar. You know, that's one of my gems, raising the
I just
standards and
know.
values. Yes.
I just want to that's gonna be one of my new mottos for 2022. I just want to show.
Yes. Well,
Hey, I love y'all all
thank
day,
you.
every day, and every
Some
time
Hardy
zone.
Consulting.
Out.
Thank you. All right. See you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will post this up on like immediately and tag him in so you guys can follow him. And I thank Dirt for coming out. Y'all have a good day. I'm about to go finish up work. I'm out of town, and I'll holler at y'all later.